Yes, I've been asked to talk about basically two issues. One of them is how open government, how Brazil deals with open government presently, and additionally, how does open government contribute to increased government transparency and citizen engagement. So on the first issue, let me say that on my end, I specifically work for the Brazilian government. I believe that open government is a modern way to operate under the present atmosphere of greater transparency, greater openness of what government decides, what are the ideas that are discussed within government, having the opportunity giving the opportunity for the people to actually participate in a company and monitor what decisions are being taken. In Brazil, there are very many examples on how we go about dealing with transparency. Formally, there was a framework has been officially put in place. This framework was approved just some 5 months ago. And under this legal framework, the government is obliged to permanently supply and fill up with information a transparency portal that we have where the common citizen may be able to deal with the issue of actually informing himself how we are using the budget, how we are using government funds to deal with an emergency issue, for example, or to deal with a longer term, let's say, plans that we have established for government. Now, it is important to stress that we have major challenges that we face. Of course, infrastructure is an issue which we are trying to deal with in the best way that we can. We have various initiatives to try to increase the participation of Brazilian citizens all throughout the country. This is done by creating centers in every small town and municipality that we have in the country to facilitate the ability of the citizen, however simple that he may be, to actually accompany what is going on in Brasilia and in government in general. Additionally, of course, we are increasing broadband capacity in the country to not only to make more, to expedite the facility of how citizens deal with government, but additionally to sort of integrate the population and have it become more aware of the, we believe, proper decisions that are being made by government. In practical terms, we have already made incredible steps at this point. For example, we have just achieved, we've just finished in Brazil elections which were done electronically, and there was no glitch or electronic or communications problem that could be registered during the very few hours that it took for us to actually add up or total up the votes in the country. That is an exercise which sort of gives us fuels our intention and our work to pursue other more practical ways to monitor how government deals with public funds. And the example that we are bringing to this conference, specifically here in Cape Town, is, let's say, perhaps an instrument that we will be able to use in other areas. For civil emergencies, we've just created what we call a civil defense payment card. This payment card allows for specific government officials, top-ranking officials, to use emergency funds which we allocate to municipalities so that they can use these funds in a more expedite manner to purchase water, to hire services for people to put back the electricity lines, for example, in places which have been affected by floods or droughts. And all of this information that is being, of the expenses that are being made by the officials are, of course, accompanied or monitored by the people, by the citizens, through the transparency portal that we have in government. So we believe that we've made substantial steps. We believe that we have major challenges, which is the size of the country and the variety and in education in the population that we have presently. But we think that with the framework that we have already put in place, transparency is increasingly becoming a day-to-day opportunity for the Brazilian citizen to actually accompany properly what is going on in Brasilia, and more specifically, what is going on with the funds that are being used by government. Of course, this is being done all throughout Brazil, and not only in the Ministry of National Integration where we operate, but it is a very interesting initiative, and we'd like to put this knowledge that we've accumulated in this area to all the countries which are part of UNPAD. Thank you very much.